Hi everybody, Kathy Colley here again, sharing with you about wealth strategies for successful living. And the thing we're going to talk about today is movement and life purpose, your creative inspiration for living. And a lot of what we talk about with wealth building is about money and mindset and having work that you love and having creative outlets are really important. So today I'm going to share about 3 different practices that you can do at home that will help you get more out of life, feel more creatively fulfilled and inspired. And they might be things that will just help you get a new lease on life and bring more color and joy into your life. You know, sometimes being creative can be as simple as bringing fresh flowers into your home or putting on some music that you like, or it can be more involved, like taking a painting class, or even more involved. I have a client who started a side business doing an art form that she loves because it's so fulfilling to her. She wants to share it with other people. And it can be as in-depth as, wow, you know, as you follow your creative inspiration, maybe you'll end up changing your whole career. But it's not always that dramatic. Sometimes it just means that you make little changes. But these 3 practices hopefully will help you feel more creative, feel more connected to your life purpose and what is fun for you. So the first practice I want to share with you is from Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way. And when I read this book 20 years ago, it totally changed my life. I had been feeling depressed and kind of stuck, not sure what I was supposed to do with my life in my early 20s. And I read the book and all of these songs started pouring out of me. I started writing songs, learning music, learning to play the guitar. I've since made a creative life work out of music, performing, and playing for people, both entertainment style and therapeutically. So I have Julia Cameron to thank for that. And one of the core practices that she recommends in her book is called the morning pages. So this is something you can do right now, or when you're done with this video. Grab a piece of paper and or a journal and just write 3 pages of whatever comes out of you. Just freehand. Like, blah, 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 I don't know what to write, but here I am. I'm showing up on the page. I'm just writing whatever comes to my mind. I'm noticing the pink tulips behind me on the painting, and they're really pretty. And I'm also noticing that my neck looks really wrinkly, and I hate that, but I'm just writing, blah, blah, blah. So whatever comes to your mind. No judgment, just, and it can be bleh, it can be like, I feel crappy today, or it can be, I feel great, or whatever you happen to be feeling or noticing or thinking. So that's called the morning pages. And what it does is it kind of helps you get rid of all the gunk that you've been thinking and feeling, anything that you've been processing on the inside that needs to just, you know, get out there on the page. And then after you do that journaling practice, and she recommends you do it every morning, after you do that, you start to feel a little bit clearer about what you do want, since you've gotten rid of all the things you don't want, and you know, hopefully maybe come up with some ideas as you're writing about what's going on in your life. So that's the morning pages. That's practice number 1 for a more creative life. Now, practice number 2 is also from The Artist's Way, and this is a practice of taking your inner child, your inner artist who loves to play and be free and do fun things, taking your inner artist on a weekly date. And this is just for you, not with your spouse, not with your children, not with your best friend. This is just for you to take yourself someplace that's fun for you. Maybe you go to one of those clay studios and you sculpt something. Or maybe you go to a musty old library and look at antique books. Or maybe you take yourself to the zoo. Or maybe you go to your favorite restaurant and order creme brulee. or, and it doesn't have to be expensive. An artist date can be walking around, a quaint little town. So this is 2 hours minimum of time to yourself to just play and explore and do something that's really fun for you. Like not doing any work, not being on your cell phone, just something truly fun and enjoyable. So that's the artist date, and that is practice number 2. And when you do this once a week, I found that my life just started to open up. I started really having synchronicities, those God moments where things would happen, people would come into my life, sort of what seemed to be a coincidence, but really it was something that was meant to be, meetings that I had kind of wanted would start to happen. Unexpected surprises would show up, and things that I've been praying about and intending would start to happen. So the artist date is really magical, and it's fun. It's really, really fun. Helps me feel relaxed, helps me feel connected to my creativity, and it kind of is filling the well, Julia Cameron says, filling the well of your self with inspiration and joy and magic and fun. So that's the artist date. Now the third practice I want to share with you, number 3, is a practice of checking in with yourself. And it's a breathing practice, and I've taught this to some of my meditation students for 10 years. This is a practice of breathing into your core. And we do what's called a deep breath. So it's not just breathing into the chest like most of us breathe, but breathing down deeper into the belly. And maybe you can see here, I'll adjust the video so you can see. So breathing into both the belly and the chest. So that's like a deep, I guess in yoga they call that a full body breath. So I'm going to teach that to you right now. And this is a way of checking in with yourself and how you're feeling so that you can really know what you want, both for your artist date and for your morning pages, and just what you want in the moment of your life. And it can also help you pinpoint any places where your body is tense or stuck or you have pain, and can kind of bring your attention back to your body, because this body is a temple, and it's good for us to take care of it and notice and nurture it. So go ahead right now and just put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly so that you can just start to feel your breath. And begin to breathe into the belly and breathe out. Just noticing your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And just noticing as you move a little bit with the breath, how you feel. How do you feel today? Do you feel tired? Do you feel energized? Do you feel cold? Do you feel warm? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel tense? Just noticing. And you might close your eyes. Sometimes that helps me pay better attention to how I'm feeling. So you could try closing your eyes. Just noticing how you feel with the breath. Breathing into the belly and breathing out. Breathing into the belly and breathing out. And you'll notice, this kind of wave-like motion that happens with your body as you breathe in and breathe out. It's very relaxing, very nurturing. So just a couple more times, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing into the belly and breathing out. All right, great. So how do you feel? Just noticing. I'm noticing I feel a little bit warmer, a little tingly, and relaxed. And so that's another practice that you can use to check in with yourself and your creativity. So those three things are things you can try today to tune in more fully to your creativity and your life purpose. And like I said, you know, being more creative, sometimes it can mean a whole career shift and life shift for us. And sometimes it can mean just buying those red roses that you really want to have in your life and bringing them inside. Or maybe it means, you know, taking a dance class or trying something new that makes you feel more inspired and more alive. So have fun being more creative, and we will see you next time for our video on wealthy relationships, having relationships that work between men and women and between people of all genders, but we'll be working primarily with partnerships and how those work. All right, take care.